Yo, what up, Street Dogs? Eric Kim. So, why am I so motivated? I think it's interesting. So now that a lot of people are working from home, and it looks like people's biggest issue is like how to motivate themselves. So, you know, I can't speak for you, but at least let me share with you why I'm so motivated. So, for me, I think my motivation actually comes from my self-confidence. And where does my self-confidence come from? It comes from my mom. So I'm very grateful to my mom. She was the one who empowered me. Even Kanye West says something like, what is a genius? It's a child with good parents. And so I think it does really start on the parent level. And it's also tricky too, because, you know, should the parents be blamed because their parents raised their parents? So I think actually if you zoom out, it's more of a cultural, societal thing. And actually it's kind of like, I think it just comes down to philosophy. And so this is actually something interesting. So this is why tragedy and difficulty in life is actually a good thing. So like, you know, speaking for my mom, right? So she came to America in search for greater opportunities. And the story is actually that, you know, she had like a cozy life in Korea, but for the most part, you know, she was getting a little bit older, she wasn't married yet and stuff like that. And so when she came to America, she had a really hard knock life. And, you know, me think about it now, it actually made my mom a really strong person, because before, you know, she was like one of the youngest siblings. My grandpa was like OG mafia dude. No, he's not mafia dude, but he was a doctor and he was very highly regarded in the community. But my mom never had a reason nor an opportunity to exhibit her strength, because necessity didn't demand it. Like, everything was taken care of by my grandpa, and therefore my mom lived for the most part, a pretty soft life. And once she came to America, things got really, really hard. She had to learn a new language, everything by herself, figure out how like finances work and blah, blah. And as a consequence, that's actually what made my mom so strong and what made my mom so powerful. Because she actually had a reason, and she actually had a necessity to become strong. And so let's think about it. It's very interesting. If you don't need to be strong, you'll never become strong. And so perhaps having a hard knock life is the best life, because a hard knock life demands for you to be strong. Because like, if you're not strong, you're gonna become destroyed. And so even for me, all the hardness of my life tempered me and made me stronger. And so if I was raised with a silver spoon, I would just become this soft person. And certainly to be hard is better than to be soft. You know, would you want a soft sword? Probably not. Do you want a soft body? No. And it looks like it's really strength that we're looking for. I also kind of like the analogy of bamboo, because bamboo is interesting, because bamboo is flexible, yet it's still insanely strong. And in some ways, actually, bamboo is superior to like concrete and stuff like that, because there's some built-in flexion. That's what contributes to the strength. But anyways, so it looks like what we're searching for is strength. And I feel that my motivation comes from the fact that like I'm actually very physically strong. You know, my PR for deadlift is 455 pounds at like about 175 pound body weight or so. Just search it on YouTube, Eric Kim deadlift. And so I think this is kind of the thing that people don't get. I think if you actually want to be more motivated, and to be motivated literally means to move or to walk. So the highly motivated person is somebody who walks a lot and likes to walk and likes to move and can't stand still. So because I'm so physically strong, and because I train my body all the time, like I work out probably like 3 times a day, and I love it because becoming more physically strong, I'm actually more motivated in everything. So even motivated in my artistic production, I'm more motivated to just walk around, to talk to people. And so I think when people think about motivation being a brain thing, I think people kind of have the wrong idea. I don't think it's really a brain thing. It's really kind of like a bodily thing. Is that if you got a strong, nimble body, it's going to be pretty easy for you to motivate yourself to walk around everywhere and move around everywhere. If you have a fat, slobby, soft body, and you're not physically strong, it's going to be really, really difficult for you to stay motivated and to move around and stuff like that. And so, yeah, the reason I think I'm so motivated is because my mom built strong self-confidence in me. So note to parents, increase self-confidence in your kids. And also, my hard life has made me more motivated and strong, and also becoming stronger physically has made me a stronger person and more motivated. And also, I think my morals and ethics is what makes me so motivated because, kind of similar to what Seneca said, you could give me all the world's riches and knowledges or whatever, but if I had nobody to share it with, it wouldn't be worth it to me. And so for me, I get so much more joy and happiness being able to share my gifts, my thoughts, my ideas, and that's why I'm all about open source and openness. So the more open you create things, the more you share them, the more honest you are. I think all of us could thrive, and so can you.